Boxer in the red corner in the ring, please. Maayong hapon, Sugbo! Yeah! All right, welcome to Nustar Resort and Casino, live right here in the city of Sugbo, as we give you a WBO triple header championship boxing. Servania from the Philippines versus Yulie of China for the vacant WBO Oriental Featherweight title. Piala of the Philippines versus Beke of China for the WBO Oriental Super Featherweight title. And for the main event, Jong Sean Kang of Korea versus Japan's Ryoto 1 for the WBO Global Featherweight title. All bouts are sanctioned by the Games and Amusement Board of the Philippines. Our supervisor, representing Cebu, Jimmy Dunton. Chief of Boxing Division from Manila Games and Amusement Board, Rodel Manao. Our timekeepers, Garth Llamas and Gary Bildinesa. Our ringside physicians, doctors Rene Bunsubre and Dr. Jose Onavia. GAB Chairman, Attorney Francisco Rivera. WBO Executive for Asia, Leon Panoncillo. Your ring announcers, Sean Acuna and yours truly, John Magat. And now, the wait is over. Winley and Catherine De La Fuentes, Ox KBDF, together with Nustar Resort and Casino, and your official knockout station, Y101, live right here at the Convention Center. This is where we stand. This is where we fight. This is Binukbukay sa Sugbo! All right, on we go for the first bout of the afternoon. From Leyte in the blue corner, he weighed in at 104.9 pounds, wearing the white trunks today. This is a 4-rounder, and he goes by the name of Aubrey Silot. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the blue and white trunks, weighing 106.9 pounds. He hails from General Santos City. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tristan J. Racho. Our judges for the bout, Gerald Tumaldan, Hermes Noel Flores, and F.N. Puerta Jr. Your referee, Ray Caitum Jr. 4 rounds of boxing.
Gusto na ko limpyo ang duwa. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my command. Touch glove. God bless.
And wherever you are in the world, mabuhay and welcome to Big Time Boxing in Cebu. Well, tonight we celebrate the return of world-class boxing here in the Queen City of the South. We've got 8 fights lined up for you, capped by 3 WBO Regional Championship fights. This is Kirito Henson, inviting you to join us in witnessing slam bang action at the Nustar Convention Center. Many, many thanks to our promoter, Dr. Winley De La Fuente, for staging this blockbuster event called Binukbukay sa Cebu. And our first fight now underway. It's Racho in the blue trunks versus Silot in the white trunks. This is a 4-rounder in the light flyweight division. And let's see what these fighters can do in their first ever professional appearance. Combination shots coming from Racho from close distance. Silot coming up with a nice grin as he takes that combination coming from Racho. Racho moving closer. Silot now on the attack, and he gets a push coming from Racho. Both fighters looking to inflict punishment right from the start. Silot with his back against the ropes, now fighting towards the center of the ring. Racho in the blue trunks. Silot connecting with a left to the body and then a right to the face. On the attack is Silot. He puts Racho along the ropes, putting a lot of pressure now. Silot continuing to inflict damage. Racho trying to fight back. Racho in blue, but he's back into a corner as Silot continuing his assault. Shots to the body, shots to the head. He's going upstairs, he's going downstairs. He's all over Silot. He is swarming. And our third man to the ring, Reymond, calling a halt. And looks like a cut has been opened. He's bringing in the ringside physicians to check on that cut. Our ringside physicians assigned for the fights, Dr. Rene Bonsubre and Dr. Jose Unabia, looking very closely at that cut. Looks like it's okay. Now, was that cut inflicted by a headbutt or a punch? We are going to see momentarily from the referee what is his signal. The fight continuing at the center of the ring. Nice shot there coming from Silot. Now Racho, there is a cut right over his right eye. Some head clashes once more. A wild swing coming from Silot. Silot now stepping in. You've got Racho counter punching. Certainly the more aggressive fighter is Silot, the boy in blue. And again, more pressure coming here from Silot. You see the time left in the bottom of your screens. And Silot continuing his assault to the body. Oh, nice uppercut connected right to the face of Racho. Racho trying to fight back. 10-second clapper has sounded. And the bell is going to come to a sound here as we end the first round. What an exciting first round of this 4-rounder, pitting both fighters in their first professional appearance. Silot, the boy in white, you see him there on your screens, and Racho, the boy in blue. Now being attended to. Watch some slow-mo action from the previous round. There's that combination coming from Racho, but Silot coming right back. Silot with a shot to the body and then a shot to the face. But you see that cut inflicted over the right eye of Racho. Might have come from an accidental headbutt. Jojo Palacios is the man in the corner of Racho. And we are here at the Nustar Convention Center for this major event called Binukbukay sa Sugbo. Our promoter, many thanks. Dr. Winley De La Fuente, Triple WBO Championship will be our co-main events for this fight card. We've got 8 fights lined up for you. Racho and Silot now continuing the action. We are scheduled for 4. We are in round number 2. Reymond, third man in the ring. And let's see whether Silot can capitalize on that cut that was inflicted over the right eye of Racho. That's a haymaker thrown there by Silot. Silot certainly the more aggressive of the two. But you see Racho throwing that left jab, keeping Silot away. But he's got to be able to do a lot more than just that jab. Nice combination coming here from Racho. He's beginning to unload his offense. Nice overhand right coming from Silot. Another overhand right by Silot. And that appears to be his bread and butter punch. That overhand right. 1-2 combination from Silot. And once more, Racho's back against the ropes. Third man in the ring. Ray Kaitom breaking up the fighters. And they go back to the center of the ring. And that's where Silot appears to have an advantage. Aubrey Silot. He weighed in at 104.9 pounds for this fight, while Racho scaled 106.4 at the weigh-in yesterday. Again, the overhand right coming from Silot. Now that cut appears to have been reopened. You see some blood there. It's actually a vertical cut over the right eye of Racho. Some body shots here thrown by Silot and continuing to swarm all over Racho. Missing with the overhand right there was Silot, but he continues to pummel Racho counter-punching off the ropes. Silot, just a lot of firepower coming from him. A two-fisted attack. Missing with the right hand was Racho. Right hand coming from Silot. Silot stepping back from that wayward right coming from Racho. Left jab by Silot that was fended off by Racho. Racho looking for the opening. He's coming in. He knows he's behind on points. He's got to make up for it. See the time left in the corner of your screens. Here's Silot once more on the attack. And some big punches scored here by Silot. Referee Kaitom looking very closely at the fighters. 10-second clapper has sounded. And we're going to see the end of round number 2. Appreciative crowd giving both fighters applause after that exciting second round. And once more, let's watch the action. That overhand right of Silot, that has been his money punch. And again, you see that perpendicular, or that vertical cut over the right eye of Racho. That appears to have been inflicted by an accidental headbutt. There's Giorgio Palacios looking after his ward. That's TJ Racho making his first professional appearance. And that's Silot getting sage advice from his cornerman. Referee Kaitom just telling the fighters, reminding them, put your mouthpieces on. Here's round number 3. Silot appears to have had the upper hand. He's opened up a nice lead in this fight. And remember, if you're fighting over 4 rounds, every single round counts. Big punches there. A right hand scored by Racho. And it's time for Racho to try to seize momentum. Another right hand scored there by Racho. And Silot breaking out into a grin after absorbing that right. Both fighters fighting straight up. Not too much movement. Mouthpiece has been temporarily dislodged. Nice left jab coming from Silot. That snapped the head back of Racho. Racho appears to be moving around now. But Silot once more swarming all over Racho and putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. Left jab again connected by Silot. And also a counter left jab coming from Racho. There's another left jab coming from Silot. And he throws that right hand now in combination. And that's a key. You throw that left jab, you've got to throw that right straight in combination. What you like about both these fighters is that they're not backing off. They're engaging, they're giving, they're taking, and there's Silot once more. He's got Racho trapped in a corner. And then Racho breaking up the action with a clinch. Silot again moving in. Racho looking to counter. The right hand of Racho, that seems to be his big punch. There's a combination coming from Racho that backs up Silot. Silot coming back, but a nice combination again coming from Racho. Seems to be taking control in this round. Racho connecting with a left jab, but he's got both his arms down. That's dangerous. He's inviting Silot to come in with that left jab. But Racho's looking to counter. Now he throws that right hand. Silot again with a left. Racho looking for the opening. He's waiting for Silot to throw that left jab so that he can counter with his right. There it is, a right hand coming from Racho, and then the left uppercut. Referee Cayuton breaking up the fighters. 10-second clapper has sounded. Good round here for Racho. He seems to have turned the tide a little bit, but in our unofficial scorecard, Silot took the first 2 rounds. So one more round left in this first fight of our 8-fight card on Binukbukay sa Sugbo. The triple WBO championship battle at the Nustar Convention Center. And no less than the WBO Asia Pacific chairman, Leon Panoncillo, is at ringside. And take a look at some slow-mo action. And Racho connecting with nice combinations to the face of Silot, backing up Silot. And looks like that cut has been controlled by Racho's cornerman, Jojo Palacios. Here's the last round coming up. Now, if Racho wins this round, again, this is our unofficial viewpoint, this fight could end up in a draw. If Silot wins this round, and if he does it convincingly, the decision is going to go to him. Let's see what Racho does here. Can he continue that momentum that he had in round number 3? Silot back to his aggressive ways. Racho has to keep pumping that left to keep Silot away, but big punch coming here from Racho. And that stunned Silot, drawing beads of perspiration from the head of Silot. Racho, he's now moving forward, and Silot is moving around. Silot now standing his ground, throwing that overhand right once more. But Racho's beginning to connect rather consistently since round number 3. He's been able to do a good job, but that time, again, that overhand right coming from Silot, and that backs up Racho. Silot, again, very, very active with both hands churning. There's a shot to the body by Racho, a shot to the body by Silot. Both these fighters giving it all they have. Oh, beautiful right hand coming from Racho. Silot shaken up by that right hand. Here we go, Racho. He's going for the kill. And there's another big right hand coming from Racho. Silot seems to be running out of steam. Silot appears to be groggy. Racho. Oh, big right hand coming from Racho. This is clearly Racho's round. Less than a minute to go in this round and fight. Racho had Silot on Queer Street several times in this round. Let's see whether he can capitalize. That right hand has been good for Racho. But Silot, he's a willing customer. He doesn't back down. He's right in front of Racho. Racho scoring once more with the right hand. And then that right hand. He's coming forward. Now Silot is trying to fight back, but he got another right hand. A combination coming from Racho. Silot taking a lot of punishment in this round. 10-second clapper has sounded. Wow, this is going to be very tough to score. And there's the end of the round, the end of the fight. Silot raising both arms. This could be a draw. Again, in our unofficial scorecard, looks like Racho coming right back from trailing in the first 2 rounds to win the last 2. Some slow-mo action. Here's Racho on the attack. And what happened in the first 2 rounds? Well, Racho turned the tables, and it was his turn to push Silot along the ropes. Again, more action coming for you from that previous round. The right hand connected by Racho, throwing caution to the wind. And I think he knew he was behind on points, showing a lot of aggressiveness in the home stretch of that 4-rounder. Again, we are Binukbukay sa Sugbo. We are at the Nustar Convention Center in Cebu. And Racho, now he was cut very early in this fight, but that fight was controlled by his cornerman. And we're now awaiting the decision of the 3 judges. Our 3 judges for this fight: Gerald Tomeldan, Hermes Flores, and Efren Puerta Jr. And we're going to hear it now from our ring announcer, John Magat. He will be announcing the verdict of the 3 judges, and he will be declaring the winner. Now, who won it? Will it be a draw? Will it be Silot? Will it be Racho? Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, judges Gerald Tumaldan, Efren Puerta, and Hermes Noel Flores scores the bout identically at 38-38. This bout has been decided as a unanimous draw.
And there it is, a unanimous draw. And we saw it, we called it. First 2 rounds went to Silot, but Racho with a big fight back, winning rounds 3 and 4. And the fight ending up in a draw. That's fair. Nobody lost. Nobody won. And I think this fight deserves a rematch. Both fighters gave it their all. Racho and Silot. And they walk out of the ring a little bit dissatisfied. I think they would have wanted one of these fighters to win. Of course, Racho thought he won. Silot thought he won. And we'll find out whether there will be a rematch or not, but we certainly are looking forward to that. All right, we move into our next fight. It's going to be a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we all been waiting for. This is only the second supporting bout of Binukbukay sa Sugbo, as this is one of the most anticipated professional boxing bout on this side of the globe. And now we go to the second supporting bout of Binukbukay sa Sugbo. Let's make some noise as they make their entrance to the ring, starting off with the fighter from the blue corner, Yulie Hindoy. Yulie Hindoy. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from the red corner, we have Rafie Hamro. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Binukbukay sa Sugbo, presented to you by Dr. Winley De La Fuentes, Ox KBDF Boxing Promotions. This is 6 rounds of professional boxing in the light flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Official weight, 106 pounds. His professional record, 4 wins with 2 defeats and no bouts even, and 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from BGY Boxing Stable, fighting out of Butuan City, let's make some noise for Yulie Hindoy. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Official weight, 107.1 pounds. Professional record, 2 wins, 2 losses, with no bouts even, and 1 win coming by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pulomolok, South Cotabato, let's give it up for Rafie Hamro. We have our 3 judges scoring at ringside. We have Judge Reynaldo Caitom Jr., Judge Hermes Noel Flores, and Judge Efren Puerta Jr. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Referee Rafael Osumo, who will now give instructions to our boxers.
Okay, naghahatag na ko instructions sa dressing rooms. Gusto ko limpyong away. Touch gloves. Let's go.
And we move into our second fight of the night. It's Binukbukay sa Sugbo, and it's Jamero contra Hindoy. Jamero wearing the red gloves and Hindoy wearing the black gloves. This is a 6-rounder in the light flyweight division. Jamero checking it at 107.1 pounds, while Hindoy checking it at an even 106. Now we heard the records announced by a ring announcer, Jaime Acuna, and Jamero with a record of 2-2 with 1 knockout. His last fight, he actually lost by a unanimous decision in 6 rounds to John Ver Espra. That was in May of last year. But here we go. Some action right here. Both these fighters throwing haymakers very early in this fight. Jamero, the boy with the red gloves, looking very dangerous. Both these fighters have scored knockouts in their careers. Hindoy wearing the black gloves with 3 knockouts in 4 wins. He's a dangerous fighter. And he's coming off a 2nd-round knockout win over Ronald Lomasbog. That was in Compostela Valley. That was in July of last year. Hindoy, he is the southpaw. And he spears Jamero with that right jab. Jamero, the orthodox fighter. Hindoy from Butuan City. He turned pro in September of 2023. Jamero turned pro in December of 2022. His first fight was actually a loss in Naga. But he came back to score 2 consecutive wins, 1 by knockout. But as I mentioned in his last fight, he lost a unanimous decision over 6 rounds. While Hindoy, he's looking good. Coming off that big victory in Compostela Valley. He weighed 110 pounds for that fight. But in this fight, he trimmed his weight to 106. So Hindoy looks sharp. He looks in condition. He's got a reach advantage. Both fighters, however, measuring 5'4" in height. Hindoy missing with the right hand. Referee in charge is Rafael Osumo. Oh, right hand connected there by Jamero. That lacked a little power, however. Both fighters very spindly, got those long arms. Jamero. Now he's trying to get back on the winning track. As we mentioned, coming off a loss, but his last fight was in May of last year. Hindoy throwing that left hand. That right hand has to be a lot busier. And if you're Hindoy, you want to take advantage of your southpaw stance to confuse Jamero. End of round number 1. Not too much action in that first round as both these fighters measuring each other. Jamero getting used to the southpaw style of Hindoy. Take a look at what happened here. On the attack was Hindoy, but good counter punching on the part of Jamero. Jamero covering up and then throwing that left hand. And that stopped the attack of Hindoy. Watch it here. The right hand coming from Jamero, and then that right hand. And that pushed Jamero back. Or rather, Hindoy. And take a look at both fighters now on your screens. Hindoy the southpaw. Jamero from Cotabato del Sur. Here we go. This is round number 2. Leading off with the left hand was Hindoy. You want to see that right jab a lot more often. There it is, that right jab of Hindoy. He's got a pepper Jamero with that right jab and then follow it up with the left straight. Jamero a little bit off balance. Oh, nice shot coming from Jamero, and he tries to follow up. Here we go. Jamero a little awkward with his wind-up. And then Hindoy connecting and throwing Jamero off balance. There in the center of the ring. Hindoy's got to keep pumping that right hand. Just missing with the left hand was Jamero. There's a warning. You heard it from our third man in the ring for a low blow. That right hand of Hindoy coming in, but he's got to follow that up with the left. Oh, missing badly with the left hand was Jamero. Getting himself off balance. And Hindoy, he's got to see where the weakness of Jamero is. If the weakness is lack of footwork, if the weakness is poor balance, he's got to take advantage by swarming, by putting pressure on Jamero. And for Jamero, he's got to pop that right straight. That's the perfect shot against a southpaw. A right straight down the pipe. Both fighters just missing. Again, Hindoy with a good knockout record of 3 knockouts in 4 wins. He's got 2 losses in his record. And this is scheduled for 6. We are in the light flyweight division. Hindoy just not able to take advantage of his length. He's actually waiting for Jamero to start his attack, so he's looking to counter where Hindoy really has the advantage of reach. So, you know, he could initiate the action here. There he is. Left and the right hand. Jamero just looking for the opening. A lot of posing in this fight because I think both fighters are looking to counter. Oh, there's a left hand coming from Hindoy. And then Jamero smiling it off. He got smacked that time, but no follow-up on the part of Hindoy. Again, very little action in this round, but there's another shot. The left hand coming from Hindoy.
And round number 2.
And because of those 2 late flurries coming from Hindoy, we'll give that round to him. Binukbukay sa Sugbo. The return of big-time boxing to Cebu. And we want to thank our promoter, Dr. Yulie de la Fuente, for making this all happen, for making it possible. Binukbukay sa Sugbo. Watch the left hand here. Coming from Hindoy. There is that left hand with a slow-mo replay, and he comes charging in to score a follow-up shot. Jamero versus Hindoy. This has turned out to be a very interesting, very tactical fight. There's Giorgio Palacios, a former amateur fighter who has made boxing his career as a matchmaker, as a promoter, as a trainer, as a coach. And referee Osumo just making sure that the ring is wiped off any unnecessary water or liquid. There it is.
Number 3.
Round number 3. And there's that right jab coming from Hindoy. And as we mentioned, he's a southpaw, but he's been connecting with the left hand. Let's see whether the right hand can set up the left hand of Hindoy. Oh, that time, a left jab coming from Jamero, and Hindoy stepping back before Jamero could follow up with a right. And there it is again. Jamero trying to speed up the pace here. Right jab coming from Hindoy. There's another jab. And Jamero now anticipating that left jab. So as Hindoy throws that left jab, he's coming forward. Here's Hindoy on the attack. Now he doesn't have his distance because of his long reach. Once he comes too close, he's not able to get the right leverage to throw a killer blow. Hindoy might want to take a step back just to get a clear target to throw his lethal left hand. Jamero trying to come closer to throw the right hand. But Hindoy standing his ground. There's a left hand coming from Jamero, or rather Hindoy. Nice left hand coming here from Hindoy. The clear shots are coming from Hindoy. They're telling blows. Another left hand coming from Hindoy. And Jamero trying to return the favor. And referee Osumo calling time. Looks like a mouthpiece has been dislodged. Is it a mouthpiece? Or no, I think it's a loose lace on the shoe of Hindoy. And you don't want any fighter tripping on any loose laces. Referee Osumo just making sure that there's not too much time that's wasted in lacing up those shoes. Referee Osumo, I think he's telling the cornerman, you got to speed it up. Okay, here we go. Time in. Nice angled shot here by a cameraman. Good production job here by our production team. Now you also notice that Hindoy is beginning to change his point of attack. Both fighters, they're exchanging shots. Where you expect Hindoy to throw or lead off with that right jab, he now is leading off with a left and trying to confuse Jamero. There he is, leading again with his left hand. So while Jamero is expecting that right jab to come in, Hindoy is coming in instead with a left straight. And that's the end of round number 3. It's been a good one so far. It's become tactical. We see a lot of adjustments on the part of both these fighters, especially in choosing their points of attack. Here we go once more. There's that wild left swing and the left hand once more coming from Hindoy. And you notice again in that assault by Hindoy, he led off with a left instead of the right jab. He faked the right jab and then he threw that left that connected on Jamero. So Hindoy looking like he's on top of the situation so far in this fight. But we've got a lot of rounds left. Jamero is not even sitting down. Someone might have forgotten to bring out that stool. Here we go, round number 4, just about to get underway. Here we go.
Round number 4.
That time, a right hand coming from Hindoy. Another right hand. Double left jab coming from Jamero. He's trying to push the pace. Another right hand coming from Hindoy. Referee calling a break to the action. Back at the center of the ring. Right hand coming from Hindoy. Another right hand. Jamero under the gun here. He's got to be a lot more active now. Hindoy throwing the right and then turning away from his opponent before Jamero can counter. So at this point, Hindoy piling up the points behind that right jab. Let's see whether he changes his point of attack once more. We saw that in the previous round where he began his attack with the left instead of the customary right jab. Jamero trying to be a little more aggressive. If he's behind on points, he's got to start regaining some lost ground. Round number 4. A lot of shots here being scored here by Hindoy. Hindoy on the attack. Jamero trying to fight back. It's a lot of punches being thrown here by Hindoy. He's a volume puncher. When he sees the opening, he's going to go for the kill. And we saw that in that exchange. Here we go once more. Hindoy. Oh, nice left hand scored by Jamero. Jamero now has Hindoy trapped. Jamero scoring with a big right hand. And forcing Hindoy to hold on. Hindoy might have gotten rocked that time, but Hindoy scoring with the left hand. A right-left combination coming from Hindoy. Jamero trying to come close. Here's Jamero scoring with back-to-back shots. Hindoy getting the brunt of this attack here coming from Jamero. So a late comeback here for Jamero in that round. And Hindoy actually looks a little winded. Watch it here. A lot of action in that previous round. A furious assault here by both these fighters. You saw that in a slow-mo replay. Jamero getting instructions from his cornerman Giorgio Palacios. And we don't see that stool coming out of the red corner. Either somebody might have gotten it to sit on it, or someone forgot to bring it out. Or maybe Jamero just doesn't want to sit down. And he feels he's got a lot of stamina left. He doesn't need to sit down and rest. Here we go. It's round number 5 now underway. We are scheduled for 6. We are in the light flyweight division, as both these fighters have been giving and taking a lot. I thought Hindoy had a strong early 4th round, but towards the end of round number 4, it was Jamero who set the pace and landed some big shots on Hindoy. And Hindoy just going back to that right jab, going back to what is basic for him. Missing with a wild right hand was Jamero. That would have been big if it connected. Left hand scored by Jamero. Jamero putting pressure now on Hindoy. Now this could be a war of attrition. Hindoy, he's got his mouth slightly open, breathing from the mouth. So it could be that he's tiring out. A nice left hand again. What we were saying earlier about Hindoy, just changing his point of attack, lashing out with that left lead instead of the right jab. But here's Jamero ducking and then scoring. Jamero now looking to trap Hindoy into a corner. At this stage, Jamero looks like he's got more wind than Hindoy. Oh, that's a classic Manny Pacquiao move, throwing the left hand and then moving away from his opponent before the opponent can counter. Referee very quick to call a break between these fighters. Doing a good job is Rafael Osumo, third man in the ring. Just missing with a left hand was Hindoy. Hamro trying to chase down Hindoy. Hindoy's moving around using lateral movement and moving away from his opponent before Hamro can throw a punch. And that could be a sign that Hindoy is just coasting along. Nice shots coming from Hamro. That combination of Hamro is connecting now. The defensive reflexes of Hindoy seem to be slowing down as he's getting tagged here by Hamro at the end of round number 5. And now the stool has been brought out for Hamro as he sits down. So it looks like it was deliberate that that stool wasn't brought out for Hamro earlier. But some slow-mo action from the previous round. It's gotten to be very interesting as we head into round number 6. Some late instructions here. Hamro and Hindoy. It's been close. Now in the previous fight we saw Racho and Silot fighting to a unanimous 4-round draw. This could be another draw in the offing. It's been that close. Round number 6. Referee Osumo calling both these fighters to touch gloves. Here it is. It's the last round of this appetizer in our big card called Binukbukay sa Sugbo. And we are at the plush Nustar Convention Center at the Nustar Hotel, or rather Nustar Resort and Casino. Hamro rushing Hindoy. Hindoy throwing punches downward. He's got a slight height advantage and a decided reach advantage. You see the energy level going down for both these fighters as there appears to be a lack of sting in their punches. A lot of holding also. Rafie Hamro wearing the red gloves. Left hand coming from Hindoy. Both these fighters back in the center of the ring. Hamro missing with the right hand. And there's that left once more, that lead left of Hindoy. That's been money for him. Hamro missing badly. Hindoy showing good defensive moves. And the referee just reminding the fighters to watch their heads as in a confrontation between a southpaw and an orthodox fighter. The possibility of clashing heads is very, very real. Right now, Hindoy, he's just picking his punches. Less than 30 seconds to go in this fight. Hamro continuing to miss. At that time, a left hand coming from Hamro, but No sting, no impact behind that shot. Right jab coming from Hindoy. Hindoy turning very tactical in this fight. That's a 10-second clapper. And that's a push. Coming from Hindoy. And that's it. That's the end of the round, the end of the fight. We are going to go to the scorecards. And now, the outcome, depending on how our judges will call it. Our judges for this fight are Ray Caitom, Hermes Flores, and Efren Puerta Jr. Binukbukay sa Sugbo at the Nustar Convention Center. And we take a look at some slow-mo action. That was a right hand scored by Hindoy, and then after scoring, deftly moving away from his opponent before any kind of counterpunch can come in. And that tactic of Hindoy was very evident from the first round. You see that movement of Hindoy connecting and then moving away from his opponent before Jamero could throw a counter. And that's why we called it a very tactical fight. Well, in our unofficial opinion, Hindoy might have done enough to win this fight, although Jamero did score some telling shots. Close fight. It'll be interesting to find out how the judges scored this one. Six rounds of boxing now in the books in the light flyweight division. Rafie Jamero trying to come back from a loss on points in May of last year, while Hindoy trying to capitalize on that victory in his last outing in July of last year, a knockout over Ronald Lomosbog. Now the gloves are off, both these fighters, or they're being removed. And that's Rafie Jamero on your screens. And now we're going to hear the official verdict coming from our ring announcer, Jaime Acuña. An air of suspense in the Nustar Convention Center. Who will win this fight? Could this be another draw? Will there be a winner announced? Here we go with ring announcer Jaime Acuña.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the official result, let's give a round of applause to our two boxers for giving us an exciting bout. After 6 rounds of professional boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Reynaldo Caitom Jr. scores the bout 56-58 in favor of Jamero. Judge Efren Puerta Jr. scores the bout 58-56 in favor of Hindoy. And Judge Hermes Noel Flores scores the bout 57-57. We have a split draw, ladies and gentlemen.
And there we have it. It's a draw. Once more, we called it. We said it was tight. We thought it could be a draw, and it certainly was. A split draw has been announced. One judge had it for Hindoy. Another judge had it for Jamero. If I were to be a judge to pick a winner, I would say Hindoy. But, you know, a draw would be a fair outcome, and both these fighters are smiling it off. At least no one lost. Well, no one won either. But a draw, second straight draw in our fight card, Binukbukay sa Sugbo. It's been interesting. It's been nice. We've got more action coming your way. And the next one will be a good one. It's Fredrickson versus Empic. And that's upcoming, a 6-rounder.
Hello, fighters for the next bout. Please come in the ring. Fighter in the blue corner and the red corner, please come up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nustar Resort and Casino. Binukbukay says Sugbo continues. This one's gonna be an interesting fight. We do have the fighter in the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he weighed in at 144.2 pounds from Cebu City. This is Reymond Empic! And his opponent in the red corner weighed 140 pounds with one victory on his list, training from Omega Boxing Stable. This is Alexandre Fredrickson! Your judges for the bout, Gerald Tumildan, Rafael Lusumo, and Hermes Noel Flores. Your referee, Reynaldo Caitom Jr. 6 rounds of boxing.
Okay, listen up. Listen up. Boxer. Listen up. I want you to obey my command at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch glove. God bless.
First round.
And here we go. We are scheduled for 6 rounds. This is in the super lightweight division, a weight limit of 140 pounds, but both these fighters, well, see, Fredrickson weighed in exactly at 140, while Empic is wearing the blue gloves, Fredrickson with black gloves. Empic weighed in 144.2 pounds. Now Empic, he turned pro back in 2011, but did not fight in 5 years, spread over 2014 up to 2021. And in his last 8 fights, he's lost 5, won only once, with 2 draws. Some big shots being thrown here. Fredrickson, although he has had only 1 fight as a professional, scored a first-round knockout over Jubmark Pan. That was in Mandaue in December of last year. He had a total of 46 amateur fights, and he fought all over the world. He fought in Finland, in Sweden, in Hungary, in Denmark, Montenegro, Serbia, Germany, and there is a slip. Is that a knockdown or a slip? And Fredrickson very, very aggressive. They rule it a slip. Fredrickson, he's coming off that first round knockout, and he's looking to score another knockout, and he takes down Empic. Empic is 32 years old. Here we go once more. You've got Fredrickson. He is a southpaw. He comes charging in with that right jab, and then he follows it up with a big left hand, and he's on the attack. Empic in the corner. Empic under the gun, under fire, and what a furious assault here by Alexander Fredrickson. Now, he was born in Cebu, but he comes in with a Swedish passport. And more punches being thrown here by Showtime Fredrickson. Big bombs thrown here by Fredrickson. Now he's missing more than he's connecting, but Empic is not fighting back. Empic is fighting defensively. He's just looking to survive. There's another big blow. A left hand coming from Fredrickson. Empic not throwing anything. It's been an all Fredrickson show. 10-second clapper has sounded. Looks like Empic is going to survive the first round. But he's down on the ground once more. And that's the end of round number 1. Empic is gasping for air. His mouth is wide open. And he doesn't look like he's in condition. As Fredrickson has held sway from the start of this fight. And some action there from the first round. Fredrickson raiding blows from all angles. And as we mentioned, he's a very seasoned amateur fighter. Has fought all over Europe. We mentioned all those countries. And Fredrickson, well, there's Empic. He's smiling at the spectators. We just mentioned that maybe he's not in condition. But wait a minute. I think he has surrendered. I think it's over. And Empic is not getting off his stool. Well, very clearly, he's not in condition. And this will go down as a first round stoppage for Fredrickson. There has been a surrender. The white flag has been waved. Empic is done for the night. He picks up a paycheck. I don't think he even threw a single punch. Now, as we mentioned, Empic, he turned pro in 2011, didn't fight in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2021. Now, in between those years, he did see some action, but in his last fight, he was knocked out in the first round by Romer Pinili, and that fight was held in Sarangani. So, consecutive first-round knockout losses here by Empic. I think he should seriously reconsider his boxing career. Maybe he should look for another profession. Clearly not in condition. A lot of body fat. He surrenders at the end of round number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the first round, the fighter in the blue corner refuses to continue the fight. This bout has been decided as a TKO, a technical knockout at the end of the round for your winner, Alexander Fredrickson!
And there it is, Alexander Fredrickson scoring another first-round knockout win.
Is all about.
And he remains undefeated
to remember the name
in his professional career.
And he made his debut right here in Cebu. Hello, how are you, son?
I'm fine, thank you.
A lot of people have been curious about you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
They call me Showtime for a reason, and today you saw a little bit message for my previous fight. And, you know, I was supposed to fight Mark, and Mark, next fight is you and me, baby.
All right, did you hear that? All right, a lot of people are saying they're confused of where you're from. Where are you originally from? Let us go to your geophysical stuff over here.
I'm full Filipino though, so I'm born in the Philippines, Cebu, Kawit, Medellin. You know, my family's over there. But I grew up in Sweden. I was brought to Sweden in a young age, and my father taught me boxing since I was young. So it's like boxing has run in my family, runs in me from day one.
All right, we thank you for being over here. What can you say about your training in Omega Sports Promo?
Amazing. Nothing is better than Omega preparation, medical, anything, training. And the best coach, Doc J, for sure. I know it, we know it, and we will show it for you.
Thank you so much for being here. We look forward to your great fights once again.
Thank you. And thank everyone that's watching. I appreciate you. And next fight, hopefully we go past round 1. Okay? Peace out.
And
Thank
Fredrickson
you.
scoring
Alexander Fredrickson,
a
remember
first-round
that
knockout
name,
TKO.
from Omega Boxing Stable.
He's 21 years old. His record now 2-0. As we mentioned earlier, he was born in Cebu. He holds a Swedish passport. He fought all over Europe. A very rich amateur career. Fought in Finland, in Sweden, in Hungary, in Denmark, in Montenegro, in Germany, in Romania, and in Serbia. And he's back in Cebu, and he's bringing his boxing act to where it all started. A big first-round TKO win of Fredrickson over Empic. More action coming your way on Binukbukay sa Sugbo.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to request our boxers from the blue and red corner to please get up here inside the ring. Boxers from the blue and red corner. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Binukbukay sa Sugbo, and we are just getting you warmed up for the triple header WBO championship bouts. We are on the fourth supporting bouts of Binukbukay sa Sugbo. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, for our next supporting bout, this is 6 rounds of professional boxing in the super welterweight division. We have our 3 judges scoring at ringside. We have Judge Reynaldo Kaitom Jr. We have Judge Gerald Tumildan. We also have Judge Rafael Usumo and Judge Efren Puerta. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Referee Ray Kaitom Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is 6 rounds of professional boxing in the super welterweight division. Introducing first, from the blue corner, official weight 154.5 pounds. His professional record, 9 wins with 9 defeats, and 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, from Malongon, Sarangani Province, fighting out of Sports Youth Hall, let's give it up for Verhel, the Hammer, Deguma. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Official weight, 152.9 pounds. His professional record, 5 wins with only 1 defeat, no bouts even, and 4 of his wins coming by way of knockout. From MJ Team Agravio Boxing Stable, Muntinlupa City, Alabang, fighting out of General Santos City, Philippines, let's make some noise for Jason Balahadia. Referee Ray Kaitom Jr. will now give instructions to our boxers.
Paminaw mo ha. Gusto na ko limpyo ang duwa. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my command. Touch glove. God bless.
And here we go. This is scheduled for 8. It's Jason Balahadia coming off 5 consecutive wins. Now, you remember that when he turned pro in 2018, he lost by technical knockout to Pepito Masangkay. But since then, he has racked up 5 consecutive wins, 4 of them by knockout. However, he did not fight in 2020, 2021, and 2023. He's coming off a second round knockout win over Kushai Vyas in Bangkok. Vyas from India, and that was in July of last year. And in contrast, you've got Daguma, who has lost his last 5 fights, all of them by knockout. And his record is 9-9 with 4 knockouts. Daguma looks like he's gonna go to sleep early. You know, as we mentioned, he's on a losing streak. And looking at his girth, it doesn't look like, oh, there it is. He's down. And I think he's here just for the paycheck. He's down with a shot to the side of the body. Daguma's not getting up. Is he gonna get up? Oh, he does get up. Surprise. But he went down from a shot to the body. And Balahadia's looking to make short work of Daguma, who looks like he's in very, very poor condition. Daguma is not even fighting back. He's just covering up. He's not throwing a single punch. Balahadia is just picking his spots now. And one shot should do it. A shot to the side of the body. That put Deguma down earlier. And there he is. A second knockdown has been scored by Balahadia. And this time, I don't think he's getting up. He's going to be counted out. And it's going to be over. It is over in round number 1. As referee Ray Kaitom counts out
That's the end of the
Verhel
round, ladies and
Daguma.
gentlemen.
2 knockdowns, both from body shots. And it's over in the first round. Daguma is over at his corner. He's trying to catch his breath, but look at that girth. And this guy is not in condition at all. He weighed in at 154.5 pounds for this fight. And believe it or not, when he turned pro back in 2013, he weighed only 113 pounds. So from 113 pounds, he went all the way to 154.5 pounds. Wow. And that's after 12 years. Daguma is wincing in pain, but I feel that he just wanted to end this fight without getting seriously hurt. It appears that he is hurt, but I can see a little smile on his face. This guy just wanted his paycheck. And it's just not fair to the boxing fans. But Balahadia, you watch out for this guy. He has now scored 6 straight fights, 5 by knockout. This guy's going places. In his previous fight, Balahadia scoring a win by knockout in Bangkok.
That was a quick one, ladies and gentlemen. With an official time of 1 minute and 17 seconds in the very first round, we have your winner by technical knockout, Jason Balahadia.
And that makes it official. The time was 1 and 17 of the first round. 2 knockdowns scored by Balahadia. And on the third, or rather on the second trip to the canvas, Deguma did not stand up. And referee Kaitom counting to 10. A knockout has been scored. Jason Balahadia, a first round stoppage of Verhel Daguma. Jason Balahadia now raises his record to 6-1 with 5 knockouts. Watch out for this guy from General Santos City. He's going places. He's in the super lightweight division, and watch out for this guy in future events.
Binukbukay sa Sugbo would like to thank the following: Winston's Cafe, Y101, White Horse Club, University of Cebu, San Miguel Corporation, Pure Foods, Tender Juicy, Nutri-Chunks, Alpha Pro, Majesty Cat Food, Power Max, Animal Healthcare, Ako Bisaya Party List, Alcordo Advertising, Rancho Customs Brokerage, MNE Game Farm, Roncales Customs Brokerage, DD, Omega Boxing Gym, Nustar Resort and Casino, and Playmax.
Sino? Paul? Kasay? Paul? Paul Sasan. Pinsan. Okay. Saludar. Saludar. Palacios. Georgia Palacios. Giorgio Palacios. Giorgio Palacios.
Fighters in the ring, please. Hello and good afternoon once again to the world from sunny Cebu. This is Binukbukay sa Sugbo. Now we continue with another exciting bout for the day. Introducing the blue corner, who weighed in at 106.4 pounds. His record, 8 wins, 3 by way of knockout, 6 losses, and 1 draw. From Bohol, this is Roldan Sasan. And the fighter in the red corner, he weighed in at 106.4 pounds with an impressive record of 25 wins, 15 by way of knockouts, 6 losses. He weighed in at 106.4 pounds, and tonight he wears the blue trunks from Pomoloc, South Cotabato. This is Victorio Saludar the third. Your judges for the bout, Rafael Usumo, Hermes Noel Flores, and Efren Oferta Jr. Your referee, Gerald Tumildan. 10 rounds of boxing for the light flyweight division.
All right, you're fighting for 10 rounds, no punching back of the head, no punching below the belt line. All right, good luck to both of you.
And here we go. This is a 10-rounder in the light flyweight division featuring Vic Saludar, a former WBO and WBA minimum weight champion. And he's ranked number 1 in the minimum weight division right now by the WBO. A lot at stake in this fight for Vic Saludar. A loss here will obliterate his chance for a mandatory challenge of the reigning WBO champion Oscar Collazo, whom he had fought in 2022. He actually decked Collazo but lost a decision. He's hoping for a rematch. That's Vic Saludar, a very experienced fighter with 31 fights under his belt, 25-6 his record with 50 knockouts, while Sasan is 25 years old. Sasan is winless in his last 6 fights, including 1 draw, but he actually won his first 5 fights, but he's been on a losing streak lately. He lost his last fight by a TKO in the 4th round to Shane Gantalian. That was in Tagbilaran in November of last year, while Vic Saludar looking to stay busy, just missing with the left hand. His last fight was in May of last year, and he knocked out Sancha Yotbun in Mandaue in the 1st round for the vacant WBO Oriental Minimum Weight Championship. So this is a non-title fight for Saludar, looking to keep busy, making sure that he preserves his number 1 ranking in the World Boxing Organization. And Saludar, with a lot of experience, he has fought several times all over the world. He's fought in the Dominican Republic, in Los Angeles. He's fought in Puerto Rico. He won 2 fights in Japan. And 3 of his 4 losses overseas were on points. So this guy is a survivor. He's a warrior. And he's looking to get another shot at the World Championship. Remember, he is a former WBO and WBA minimum weight champion. Standing 5'3", 67-inch reach, Vic Saludar. They call him vicious. And his record speaks for itself. 15 knockouts and 25 wins. Weighing 106.4 pounds in this fight. Here we go. Saludar looking to make short work of Sasan. Sasan from Bohol. He's had a total of 15 fights. He has scored 3 knockouts and 8 wins. Saludar just taking his time, picking his shots. Sasan moving away from harm's way. Sasan poking Saludar that time with 2 left jabs, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. But Sasan showing a little too much respect for Vic Saludar. He's not looking to engage. Saludar, I think he's looking to get some rounds. He's looking for a workout. That's the end of round number 1. We haven't seen the explosiveness of Vic Saludar yet, but we will certainly see that as this fight progresses. We are in Binukbukay sa Sugbo at the Nustar Resort and Casino, the Convention Center. A couple of left jabs scored there by Sasan, catching Saludar off guard. And for Saludar, he can't take his opponent lightly. Sasan has everything to gain and certainly nothing to lose in this fight. If he loses, he's going to be losing to the world's #1 contender by the WBO in the minimum weight division. Saludar, he's got a reputation for resiliency. You see him there with his cornerman, Giorgio Palacios, and Roldan Sasan, his cornerman, his cousin, Paul Sasan. Now, we talked about the resilience of Saludar. Well, back in 2019, he went down in a fight against Mike Kinandan. And he got up to score a knockout. And that shows you the kind of character and resilience of Vic Saludar. In that fight against Colyaso that we mentioned earlier, he went down, but Colyaso went down as well. And Saludar ending up losing by a unanimous decision in Los Angeles. Also had a fight against Eric Sosa in the Dominican Republic. And he lost that on a split draw. Rosa was down once. Saludar was down twice in that fight. But that went the distance. So you know that Saludar, if he goes down, he's going to get right back up. We're in round number 2. This is scheduled for 10. And Saludar, the way we see him, he's like a volcano just waiting to erupt. He's coming closer. And Saludar throwing that left jab. He's not rushing things. He's very patient. And we saw in round number 1, Sasan scoring with some nifty left jabs. Saludar looking to set up his right hand with that left. Again, that left jab of Saludar. Very crafty fighter. Certainly very experienced. Left jab by Saludar. He's got that right hand cocked. He's got that high guard to protect himself from that left jab of Sasan. Saludar now throwing that right hand. Boy, that right straight is a dangerous punch coming from Saludar. Vic Vicious is what they call Saludar. Combination there coming from Sasan. Saludar's defense just moving away from that combination. Combination not landing here for Sasan. Saludar again poking Sasan with that left jab, trying to soften him up. It's a tenderizer that Saludar is throwing. Watch that right hand of Saludar. He's just waiting to unload it. More left jabs coming from Saludar. Peppering Sasan. Just keeping... Oh, right hand scored there by Saludar. Sasan very wary of that right hand. He's got that left hand high up to protect himself from that right hand of Saludar. Saludar, we haven't seen that hand speed yet. That's the end of round number 2. Well, Saludar certainly getting a nice workout in this fight. As we mentioned, he hasn't fought since May of last year. And he needs to stay busy. He needs to stay sharp. Now there is talk. There is talk as we take a look at some slow-mo action that the reigning WBO minimum weight champion Oscar Collazo may move up in weight. And when that happens, Saludar being the #1 contender, he will get a crack at the vacant championship. There's some exchange of blows, that time from round number 2. It's been a good one so far. There's Sasan getting instructions from his cousin, his cornerman. Saludar, no stool in the corner of Saludar, opting to stand up, not take his rest.
Round number 3.
Here's round number 3. Still awaiting the explosion from Vic Saludar, heavily favored to win this fight, especially since Sasan has not won in his last 6 outings, while Vic Saludar coming on strong. Saludar isn't rated just #1 by the WBO. He's also rated #7 by the WBA, #9 by the IBF, #14 by the WBC. So he's highly ranked by all 4 governing bodies of boxing. Sasan showing some aggressiveness in this round. Now, we did mention that he was displaying so much respect for Saludar. Now, he survived 2 rounds with Saludar. That may mean something. It may boost the confidence of Sasan that if he has survived 2 rounds with Saludar, maybe it's time for him to take chances. But can he afford to take chances? That's a big question. As Vic Vicious looking to narrow that gap between him and Sasan. That right hand just waiting to get unlocked. Vic Saludar with that high guard. A good head movement by Saludar, ducking the right hand coming from Sasan. Sasan throwing that left jab. We haven't seen too much of that right hand from Sasan. Vic is looking to counter, and then if he sees an opening, he's opening up. Here is Saludar looking to trap Sasan into a corner. But Saludar looks comfortable either way. Fighting in the center of the ring or fighting with Sasan's back against the ropes or in the corner. Saludar, ever so dangerous. Sasan trying to keep him away with that left jab. Body shot by Saludar and a big left hand miss coming from Sasan. And then back to the left jab by Saludar. That's been his basic, his fundamental shot. It's piling up points for Vic Saludar, that left jab. More left jabs coming from Saludar. Ten-second clapper has sounded. It's going to be the end of the round. And we are through 3 rounds in this fight. Take a look at some slow-mo action from the previous round. Sasan throwing that left jab to keep away from Saludar, and then all of a sudden that left hook coming from Sasan, and that caught Saludar by surprise despite that high guard. Sasan breaking that defense right there with a left hook, but Saludar doing a good job of covering up in case of a follow-up. So Sasan connecting with one shot but not able to follow it up. A nice close-up there of Sasan. And round number 4 is now underway. Our referee is Gerald Tomeldan. Saludar continuing to throw that left jab. More left jabs coming from Vicious. Saludar ducking that right hand coming from Sasan. Sasan on the attack. And there it is. A big shot. Oh, what a shot coming from Saludar. And I don't know if he's going to get up. A shot. And Vicious has scored a knockout. It's all over. All over. Saludar finishing off Sasan with a body shot. We have to see that again. Sasan is still on his knees on the canvas. It was just a matter of time, and Vic Saludar scoring a sensational 4th round knockout. We knew it was coming, and it came at the time when Vic Saludar found the opening. And look at Sasan, he's still on the canvas. He's up now. Oh, he's sitting down. He had a hard time breathing. It was a shot to the ribs, and he lost his breath. I thought it was a shot to the solar plexus. And when you get hit with that kind of a punch, you lose your breath, you gasp for air. It's like you're drowning in a pool of water, and that's exactly how Sasan felt. And he has now winless in his last 7 fights. Take a look at that shot. Left hand to the side of to the body, and we didn't see that exactly clearly. We need another angle. And you see, rolling over in pain was Sasan and clutching his rib cage. And it was a big shot. To watch it again. There's that. Ooh, there it is. A left hand to the side of the body. Will there be another one? There it is. That left hand. A left hand to the rib cage. And Sasan just rolling over in pain. Terrific angles picked up by our camera. Here's the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the result, 48 seconds in the 4th round. Your winner by knockout, Victorio Saludar.
And there it is. That makes it official. 48 seconds in the 4th round with a body shot.
And then we'll be right back with a triple header.
Vic Saludar.
All your friends and your loved ones who join us tonight. You don't want to miss what's next. Hang up. This is Binukbukay sa Sugbo.
And you see him on your screens, Vic Saludar, the WBO #1 minimum weight contender for a reason. A sensational one-punch knockout with a body shot over Roldan Sasan. 4th round winner. Referee Gerald Tomeldan raising the hand of the winner, Vic Saludar. And we can't wait for his next fight, and it could be a world title shot for Vic Saludar. And upcoming is the big one. One of 3 exciting fights coming your way. It's something that we've all been waiting for. It's going to be Rodex Piala versus Yergialahasi Layibeke. Watch out for that. It's for the WBO Oriental Super Featherweight Championship.